God damn it.
God damn it.
Prime time. Neon. Dion. We see you, bro. We see you. If you've been living under a rock, at this point, what the hell? But just for for the sake of us just kind of bragging on one of my heroes,
for sure.
The great NFL Hall of Famer, number 21 himself, primetime, Deion Sanders has been named Jackson State University's head football coach. And we need you guys to understand the significance of this because there's this wave, if you will, this journey that our young people are taking back to our HBCUs and bringing their talents and their God-given abilities
for sure
back on home. So sit back and goddamn relax. This is the Bill Talk That Talk.
Roll a goddamn intro.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Christopher J, aka CJ Hunter.
It's your boy Kyle Alexander, aka the Ox Court Whisperer.
And we back, man, with another episode of the Bill Talk That Talk. Well, you know what we do. We gotta get our shit up.
Get our shit off, man.
You know,
And this time we covering the man who played a football game.
Yeah.
And a baseball game.
At the same in the same day.
Like,
the nigga caught a helicopter.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? But no, historically, y'all, for real, HBCUs have always had young talent that had the physical prowess and the wherewithal to make it to any professional league that they set. But, due to Jim Crow and segregation and, the system of racism and white supremacy, of course, for a long time, the Power 5 conferences, they didn't want niggas playing with that good, wholesome white boys.
They didn't want to be embarrassed. That's what we later found out. But still,
absolutely.
But still, they didn't want us to play. So HBCUs for a long time had some of the greatest talent to ever grace these fields and basketball courts.
Straight up, man. I mean, shit. If you look it up, over 60% of the NFL players that were black were coming out of the state of Louisiana. Like Southern and Grambling State were responsible for most of your Negroes playing football. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a beautiful thing to have someone like a primetime Deion Sanders, that's willing to come from a Christian high school here in the state of Texas and go to the state of Mississippi, where we know how
Mississippi get down.
Yeah,
we really do.
Yeah, man. I mean,
so really, what this means for Jackson State, not just Jackson State, but other HBCUs, is HBCUs are making a transition into finding ways to bring resources to their university.
Absolutely.
So things like this is what the Power 5 conferences already know. Football usually pays for everything.
Cash cow. Game time.
Everything. So take a university like University of Texas.
Yeah.
University of Texas paid for their whole athletic program after the 2006 season.
Absolutely.
The whole program. That means not just football. That means basketball, volleyball, lacrosse, golf, baseball.
Yeah.
Water polo.
Yeah.
Like everything.
All that. And see, the cool part about that is that those things being able to happen for HBCUs doesn't just benefit the student athlete, right? So you take student A. Student A is the student athlete, right? Football, basketball, track star, right? And then you got student B, the regular student, you know, who's hoping to get a journalism degree from this great HBCU, right? Now, starting that student B's freshman year, and the facilities are, okay, right? But by the time that person graduates with a bachelor's and maybe even a master's degree, with the advent of all of this influx of young black talent into the university, this person could very well see an entirely different university from what they once saw as a freshman. And that shit is huge.
And not only that, when you have programs like, you know what I'm saying, let's take a UT.
Yep.
So what ends up happening in these spaces in football and booster clubs, hey man, I know we at this football game, but our engineering department is kind of lacking.
Yeah.
We need some new computers.
Yeah, and when you have an alumnus who is proud to be from the University of Texas, which who ain't, I can't stand them motherfuckers, to be honest. But you know, when you have someone who has you know, disposable income and resources, you know, to just give back, and you know, you rubbing elbows and you know, you got the students kissing their ass, they'll write you a quick $20,000 check for some computer.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just.
And this is a big move by Jackson State because, you know, me being around an HBCU my whole life, I know how important education is.
Yeah.
And like most HBCUs plant their flag on education. Sports is in extracurricular activity.
Yeah, secondary at best.
At best.
I'm gonna let this guy talk to y'all about these homecomings.
So
culture.
I know
Culture.
recruiting is a big deal. Like, man, how they gonna recruit all of these players? Like, how they gonna? Hey, man. For y'all that don't know, who, you know what I'm saying, y'all went to PWIs or, you know what I'm saying, you went to other universities.
Yeah.
Places like Jackson State.
Yeah.
Homecoming.
Southern.
Hey, man. If you take a young man
TSU.
out of California, let's say he goes to a high school like Mater Dei, where it's not a lot of folks that look like him.
PV.
You know what I'm saying? And hey man, we really want you to come to Jackson State and play football.
Yeah.
How about you come through on our homecoming? He might not even make it to the game.
Whoa.
He might not even make it to the game.
Yeah.
If you let a whole alumni know, hey, we trying to get this 5-star athlete in this thing so we can have a decent team, the plates that he'll receive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The barbecue, the ribs.
Yeah.
The hospitality in general.
Yeah.
He won't make it to the game.
And then there are.
Then if you're coming from a place like Mater Dei, where it's not a lot of him around.
Yeah.
So it means it's not a lot of hers that look like him.
Indeed.
And he see it, oh man, he pull up at Jackson State.
Full lips. Round rumps. I'm trying to be respectful.
I'm trying to be. But you know what I'm saying? That young man, that's gonna change that young man's life.
Yeah, no, he's graduating in December so that he can get.
And it's cool. Like at that point,
spring.
all right, cool, man. Go ahead and go to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go to Mississippi State. Go ahead and go to Alabama. It's not gonna be the same.
Not the same, my boy.
gonna
Hey,
be
bro,
the same.
Mississippi Valley or Jackson it's gonna be your best
FAMU.
bet, my boy.
You know what
FAMU, yeah.
Just like recruiting will not be an issue.
Nah.
I know people are like, oh man, how can Deion? First of all, it's Deion Sanders.
Facts.
If Deion Sanders sit on my mama couch today, I'm going to Jackson State. I'm getting in motherfucking shape and I'm going to Jackson State.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, Deion Sanders gonna sit on your mama couch.
Facts.
Your mama's gonna trust Deion because your mama know who Deion, because your mama liked Deion when he had the curl.
And what is it? Must be the money.
Must be the money. Your mama used to lust after Deion.
No bullshit. No bullshit.
Your mama used to lust after Deion. So she gonna put you on that plane to go on that recruiting visit, and you gonna land, and there's gonna be a lovely young lady to show you around that campus. Then you gonna hit tailgate. Then you gonna hit the homecoming game. Then you gonna hit the homecoming party. Respectfully, because you don't want to violate NCAA rules.
But just control your lower nature.
Do that. But like, do you?
Yeah.
Safely,
Please.
safely, because you do have a future.
Indeed.
But yeah, like all of those people talking about recruiting will not be a problem for Deion Sanders.
No. What I appreciated about what Prime said on Good Morning America when he was interviewed by Michael Strahan was like, hey fam, all of the blue chip recruits that the Power 5 is going after, we bold enough to go after them.
Going after them same boys, man.
And
what you mean?
That's gonna change the whole culture, just in and of itself. Let's take how the media, before the dog fighting, before all of that stuff, tried to portray our dearly beloved quarterback, Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, for sure.
He was uncoachable because he was wild and a running quarterback. He was uncreative because he couldn't stay in the pocket and make plays from the pocket, so that he would be stuck within this box of a scheme.
They said he couldn't play the game from the neck up.
Yeah.
Which is one of the dumbest shits I've ever
That's that dog whistle white people shit. That's just basically saying that we got a dumb nigga playing football. Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson. I mean, I can. The list goes on, and I know we naming quarterbacks, but the quarterback position was probably the hardest one for us as black people to even be able to get into. And then you got the court. People that were being recruited like Latrell Sprewell, or hell, to a degree, even LeBron James. Even LeBron James was being accosted because of his size and different stuff like that. And so, talking to my brother earlier, and he was talking about how, like, man, having these kids go to these HBCUs, and somebody like a Deion Sanders that knows what 4.2 speed look like, that knows what it means to have a linebacker that's 6'4", but he chopping at the bit and getting to the quarterback in 2.5 seconds. Like that shit, like going to an HBCU and having these young athletes flood these schools is going to force the media coverage to be different.
It's going to force them in one way, because what a lot of PWIs do when they get an athlete who comes from particular circumstances, what they do is they try to pacify it.
Right.
And what's going to happen at a HBCU is people are going to pull them aside and hold them accountable.
Facts.
And say, hey, man, this is not going to work.
With love, though.
With love. You know what I'm saying? Tough love, but with love. And it won't be like, oh, man, well, we won't later find out that he was doing cocaine all 4 years and the boosters were supplying them with cocaine all 4 years he was in college.
Definitely happening at a PWI.
That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to create bubbles for this young man to do all the debauchery he can just so he can light it up on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen here.
Yeah.
And so because of that,
and he's going to get that goddamn degree.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You best believe at HBCU.
He gonna get some type of paper.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because of that, that's going to change the way the media covers. And they're going to be a coach like a prime time, like a Deion Sanders, won't say the things that a PWI coach will.
Fact.
Because he knows where that young man comes from.
Indeed.
So in the media, when somebody has a problem, or when the quarterback is not playing right, or the running back is not playing right, he won't say, oh man, he got to play the game from the neck up. Because if you ever play football, you have to think.
Facts.
And in order to play on that level of football, the neck up ain't the problem.
Facts, regardless of the position.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of that. Like,
so he won't be saying no stupid shit like that.
Word.
And that will force the media to actually look into, hey man, what's going on? What is this player like? Or, hey, he got in trouble, but he also has a 3.8 GPA. Maybe he was just being a 19-year-old child.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed. So
Just being a teenager.
yeah, man. So shit. I mean, really, all in all, Neon Dion, we salute you, bro.
Indeed.
Jackson State.
I really feel like it must be the money, though.
Yeah.
I feel like Jackson State came off of that.
Facts.
bread.
Like good looking Jackson State. You know,
I can't wait to see who next.
I was just about to say that. Like who next? Texas Southern. Can we do something, please?
Make sure y'all put in the comment section below who next.
Yes.
Who y'all think is next? Who's gonna be the next HBCU big hire?
Yeah, man. Like this shit. Y'all know the deal. Comment. Share it. Hit the goddamn notification bell.
Please.
Everything that we are fucking asking y'all to do is free. Okay?
As fuck.
Like, just please. All right? And we out this bitch.
Doses.